all I can share with you at this moment is, wow, this has been a wonderful evening. And I am humbled with the outpouring of love and all that we've seen tonight from Ty's hometown. And we all love you very much and appreciate all of the hard work Mr. Howard and Woodman of the World put into this program tonight. And I hope I can share a few things with you. This is a difficult thing and an emotional thing for all the family that we've been through all these months, and I hope I can keep it together for this. I want to thank my family, Debbie and Tiffany and Ken and their kids, for everything that they've contributed to Ty's recovery and health and benefit. They've gone out of their way to do a lot of things for Debbie and I to help us through some tough times. I also want to thank Anna's family. They've gone the extra mile and done some heroic things to help get us through this. It took all of us pulling together on the rope to get up the hill we've been up. Virginia and Dennis, I thank you for going to Japan and rescuing our children and bringing them home for Anna and all of us. I want to thank Major Duncan for all the love he's shown Ty. He's made monthly trips from Fort Wayne, Indiana, at the age of 81, 2 years old, to visit Ty and first in Bethesda, Maryland, at the hospital there, and then in Tampa. And I want to share with you, Dunk is gravely sick at this point and couldn't be with us tonight. So I want you all to remember him in your prayers too. How could we fail in raising Ty and Tiffany in a community like this? And most of all, I want to thank everybody for the prayers. Brother David came to see Ty, Frank Truman, and Brother David, and I'm not sure who else, made the trip to Tampa to see Ty when he first got there. And I remember Brother David saying to Ty as he was introducing himself and talking to him that he thought Ty was the most prayed for human that he had ever known. And I want you to know that there's living proof. Since October 18th, we've seen a lot of wonderful things and a lot of wonderful people in helping Ty recover. We've also seen a lot of horrific things, and we're thankful that Ty is one of the fortunate few that is doing as well as he's doing. There are other kids that we've seen in the hospitals that we've been exposed to in the last year or so, and that many of them have paid prices much greater than Ty. And I think we all want to always remember the price that these kids are paying out there for our freedom. And I want all of us to always remember that there's a price that we must pay here at home also. And that is that we need to exercise good leadership and good citizenship and take care of our government, because our soldiers and our brave men and women are doing all they can do to keep us free. But we have a responsibility also for our freedom, and I'm not sure that we've been good stewards of that in recent years. I can remember Ty's first words. When Ty was in intensive care in Maryland, we weren't sure whether he was conscious or not. And there were months and months, not months and months, but weeks and weeks that Ty didn't respond to us. And everybody would come along and talk to Ty and share with Ty things and encourage Ty, hoping that he might be comprehending and hearing some of the messages that we had for him. And as it all turned out, when Ty began to talk and learn to talk again, he was hearing all these words, and he did understand what was going on around him to a large extent. You just saw the president present him a Purple Heart. Well, we didn't know which Ty knew who he was or if he was even there, because at that point he was still in intensive care. He had a refrigeration jacket on and was suffering from high temperatures and not doing too well at the time. And he was aware of it, we discovered later as he recovered. And we were always encouraging him to talk, and Anna would always go into Ty and say, she would always say Anna to him, trying to get him to respond to her. This is Anna, this is Anna. And every time she tried to get him to say Anna, his response would be Simple Fine. Those were the first words that he spoke. And they were the only words that he spoke for weeks. So anybody would walk into the room and, say hello to him, time so-and-so, Ty's response was Simple Fine. I also remember one day the commanding officer that Ty reported to in Afghanistan came in, and he brought with him one of Ty's corporals that had been wounded a long time before Ty and was at Walter Reed. I think he had lost his leg, hadn't he, Ty? And he came there, and he didn't have his prosthetic leg on at the time he came to visit Ty. And he was standing there on one leg the whole time, and I kept trying to get him to sit down. No, sir, I won't sit down in the colonel's presence. And finally, when he got ready to leave and the visit was over, he saluted Ty. Well, Ty didn't have any use of his right arm, and I saw Ty struggling and trying to respond to the salute from the corporal. And finally, after maybe, I don't know, it seemed like 5 minutes to me, Ty finally got his left arm up and saluted the corporal. And I want you to know, Ty didn't have a dry spot on him when he did this. It took every ounce of energy he had, but he returned that salute to the corporal. There were lots of instances that I could share with you, but one of the most amazing things to me was that the people that we met along the way, when we needed somebody most, Ty needed somebody most, were like angels to us.